So in this video, I'll be giving my 5 players who I believe have the most to prove in the upcoming NBA playoffs. My first player is Giannis Antetokounmpo. This one is obvious. Everyone knows he's a top 5 player in the NBA. Arguably even the best player on the planet. But this 25-year-old from Athens, Greece needs to prove himself in the playoffs. 2 years ago, he pushed the Raptors to 6 games, averaging 25 points a game. That year is just for experience. They had no expectations. Last year, he lost to the Celtics in 7, averaging 26 points per game. That year had expectations. They were supposed to beat the Celtics. If we're going to be honest with each other, Giannis needs to take his game to another level. We all know how great he is, but superstars take their games to another level in the playoffs, which we've yet to see with Giannis. Giannis hasn't won a playoff series yet, and so far, like I said, it hasn't been his fault. It's either been the coach's fault, his surrounding cast, or they blamed it on his lack of experience. There are no more excuses with Giannis anymore. He has a 60-win team. The pieces are around him. He has the shooters he needs. They built the team around him. If he doesn't make the Eastern Conference Finals, we have to reconsider if he's the best player in the world. For years they have said, "Oh, in the future." Well, Milwaukee, the future is now. The Bucks have a very realistic path to going to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're playing the Pistons in the first round, which they swept 4-0 in the regular season, and they'll most likely play the Celtics in the second round, unless Indiana miraculously beats the Celtics. And we should be able to beat the Celtics, even though we lost to them in 7 games last year without Kyrie. Not only do we have home court advantage through the whole playoffs, but also Marcus Smart, who is a key piece for the Celtics, will be missing the first 2 series. Number 2 is DeMarcus Cousins. Look, it's no secret he's not what he used to be, but no one expected him to be what he used to be. And a matter of fact, I think he exceeded most of our expectations. Boogie doesn't have to average 20 points per game to get a huge contract next year. What he has to do is show he can play both ends of the floor and show that he has some potential by having a couple 30-point games. Boogie has never been to the playoffs. He just has to play his role and help this Warriors team win a title. The only thing that can derail this Warriors team from winning the championship is injuries and chemistry. Number 3 is Russell Westbrook. The Thunder have no excuse not to make the Eastern Conference Finals. In the first round, they have to play a Blazers team without Jusuf Nurkic, and in the second round, they'll most likely play a Nuggets team that's extremely inexperienced. Notice, not only do they not have to play the Warriors to make the Eastern Conference Finals, they don't even have to play the Rockets. I would be lying to you if I said I was a big fan of Russell Westbrook. Frankly, I'm not. I just don't think you can win a championship with a person who's shooting 29% from threes, yet still attempts nearly 6 threes a game. Now, this is a very concerning stat for me. In the first 62 games of the regular season, the Thunder went 22-26 when Westbrook took over 17 shots per game. Now, if you do a little bit of math, that means the Thunder went 14-2 when he took less than 17 shots per game.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Now, this is a very concerning stat for me. In the first 62 games of the regular season, the Thunder went 22-26 when Westbrook took over 17 shots per game. Now, if you do a little bit of math, that means the Thunder went 14-2 when he took less than 17 shots per game.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Last year, the problem was Melo and they were gelling. This year, there are no excuses. They should make the Eastern Conference Finals. Westbrook needs to prove to the media, me, and himself that he can control himself and limit how many shots he takes per game. The 4th player I have on this list is Damian Lillard. The last 2 years, the Blazers have been swept in the playoffs. 2 years ago is understandable. They played the Warriors and they were the 8th seed. Last year, there was no excuse. They played the Pelicans without DeMarcus Cousins. And not only did they lose with home court advantage, and not only did they get swept with home court advantage, but also Damian Lillard arguably played the 4 worst games of his whole NBA career. Dame averaged 18 points per game, and his effective field goal percentage was 41%, which is terrible for a starter, let alone a star. To put that in context, Kemba Walker, who's around the same level as Damian Lillard, his effective field goal percentage was 51% this season. Yes, the Blazers play the Thunder in the first round, and I'm not going to be crazy. I'm not just going to expect something ridiculous. They don't even have to win the series. But if Damian Lillard can't get the Blazers to push it to 6 or 7 hard games, and he can't show that he's a star and maybe even the best player on the court, then we have to reconsider just how good Damian Lillard is. Now my 5th and last player is Joel Embiid. 76ers fans have been trusting the process for over 5 years now. It's time for them to trust the results. Last year they lost in 5 games in the second round to a Celtics team without Kyrie Irving. Even the Milwaukee Bucks last year pushed that team to 7 games. Quietly, Joel Embiid did not have the greatest playoff run last year. Now, don't get me wrong, by no means was it terrible, but it wasn't exactly good. I think it goes unnoticed just how bad that playoff run was for Joel Embiid. Now, I know he was dealing with injuries. In order for the Sixers to keep this team together, they have to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And a big part of that is for Joel to show Tobias and Jimmy what he can do. We all know they will beat Brooklyn, even with the healthy Joel or without a healthy Joel. But they should also be able to beat the Raptors. Now I know their bench isn't the greatest, and a matter of fact, it might be the worst bench in the whole playoffs. But their starting 5 is the 2nd best in the whole league. And keep in mind, playoff rotations are usually cut to 7 or 8 players, so their lack of depth won't show as much. I think the one key to the Sixers being successful in the playoffs will be playing Ben Simmons in the post. I know it sounds ridiculous, but due to Ben Simmons' lack of spreading the floor, when you play him outside it's a liability, because whoever is guarding Simmons can double team Joel Embiid. And that'll do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification button, maybe share with a couple of your friends. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my opinions, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.